We are incredibly lucky to have a wealth of live venues across Cumbria and Lancashire, offering us everything from drama to music to stand-up comedy. Now, one of the smaller gems in our collection of theatres is in Wigton, birthplace of Melvyn Bragg, who also happens to be president of the town's John Peel Theatre. Now, as well as being home to a thriving amateur dramatic group, it also hosts a popular concert series called Folk at the John Peel, and tonight welcomes the brilliant fiddle player Mikey Kenney. Now, I can tell you that Kate Jensen is part of the fabulous team of local volunteers who run the John Peel Theatre. So, Kate, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Looking ahead to tonight then, I guess we shall start with. And you've got folk music star Mikey Kenney with you. So what kind of a musical treat are you in store for tonight at the John Peel?
I think we're in store for a little bit of an eclectic mix, actually, from Mikey. So Mikey is a Liverpool-style fiddler. He's also brought jazz drummer Michael Paul Metcalf with him. So, and I was talking to Mikey last night. They're doing quite a lot of Mikey plays a lot of kind of trancey type fiddle playing, but with local traditional tunes. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting and something a little bit different.
Now, you seem to be attracting the cream of the Northwest folk music talent to Wigton. How popular have these Folk at the John Peel concerts been so far?
They've been really successful so far. I mean, we're in very early days, so it's hard work. It's generally, I think, nationally, it's quite difficult at the moment selling tickets and getting people to book in advance. I think post-COVID, people are a bit more reluctant to book in advance. But so it's quite hard work getting the word out there. And as we're just kind of introducing this new venture for Folk at the John Peel, this will be our fourth concert tonight, I think. No. Yeah, fourth. So third or fourth. Fourth or fifth, I mean, sorry. Anyway, it's early days and we're still getting the name out there for doing what we're doing, which is grassroots music venue. So it's a small venue of 90 seats, but we get a really good crowd in usually. And we've had a really good range of artists. So, it's been great. It's been really good.
And I guess the thing is, if they enjoy the event, they're much more likely to come back and have a good time again. I think that's the other thing. I think for me, certainly, if I've had a good experience, it just makes me much more likely to return. Like you say, I think people are just a bit more careful with their money now about what they're going to spend it on. We are in this cost of living crisis, people giving way more thought into what they want to spend their hard-earned money on. But like you say, if this is, like you sort of fledgling now, you're doing these events, and if they're having a great time and coming back, then surely it's hopefully only going to get bigger.
Absolutely. We've got quite a lot of regular audience members now, and we're kind of developing a bit more of a following. The word's getting out a little bit more, and we've got a great venue, but we are a community theatre, and our main remit is to be open for our community and to provide as much variety for the community as we possibly can. So we're entirely run by volunteers, so it's not about making money for us, it's about getting the doors open and getting lots of variety in.
Yeah, I was just going to say then, because am I right in thinking then that the John Peel Theatre is actually home to the Wigton Theatre Club? That's kind of its first and foremost job. And then essentially then, like you're trying to do now, is diversifying and offering different things to potentially new or different audiences.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's about getting our doors open as often as possible. We don't want to just be a building that opens 4 times a year for our own shows. So we do regular open mic nights. We do a first Friday of every month. We have an open mic night on stage. We run a virtual open mic night every second month on the second Friday of the month. And that started during lockdown to keep us going, keep our open mic nights going, and has continued. We're then now running Folk at the John Peel, and we're also doing other concerts as well. And then later this month on the 19th, we've got a big gala fundraising concert to give people a chance to come and support us and help fill the coffers back up a little bit.
Is it an anniversary or something, the gala? Is it? You celebrating?
Yeah, we last year we celebrated 70 years of Wigton Theatre Club, which had many homes in its time before settling at the John Peel Theatre. So this year we're celebrating 60 years of the John Peel Theatre, but we're also kind of honouring the building itself, which was an old Salvation Army citadel. And so we're kind of going right back, and we've got a little bit of history there that we're going to be celebrating as well. But we've got a fantastic audience, a fantastic concert lined up. So with people who've performed at our regular virtual open mic nights, all brilliant musicians. And they're going to come and do that fantastic concerts for us. So so that's going to be very exciting as well, I think.
Kate, before I let you go, you fascinated me slightly here. Tell me about yourself and about the local volunteers, because I can just tell by our very brief chat that you just seem so passionate about the building, about the theatre, about what you put on there. Who are the volunteers then? Who are you guys?
So the theatre club is run entirely by volunteers. We've got an amazing team and people doing everything from working on the bar to doing sound and lights. We do quite a lot of training up of young people to work on the technical side of things, including, in fact, one of our youngest techies, Edward, is going to be doing all the lights for tonight. We have a team of 9 committee members who kind of steer the ship, and myself and Aaron Cockbain are co-chairs for the committee. And we're just trying to push the theatre forwards all the time in terms of the level of audience comfort, the level of variety that we produce, the professionalism that we show. So we have, although we're a volunteer-run theatre, we aim to be as professional standard as we can be. And it's a gorgeous space that we all fall in love with and say, this is it. We're gonna support this, and it's a beautiful little theatre.
Well, it sounds like the John Peel Theatre is in very safe hands, hopefully for many, many years to come. So thank you for popping up to have a natter with me this afternoon. Just remind us about your website if people want more details, maybe about the special fundraising celebration concert, or even future folk festivals. Because obviously, I know you've obviously got Mikey, Kenney on tonight, but like you said, there's going to be more of that to come.
Absolutely. We've got Mikey, Kenney on tonight, and then the next one after that is Catherine Roberts and Sean Lakeman. So that's going to be another cracking evening. That's next month. So the website is wigtontheatre.org, and all of our tickets are available on there. Lots of information about the building, about the theatre club. So it's a kind of a website that does an awful lot, but tickets are all up there and available.
Perfect. Really enjoyed our chat, and brilliant. And best of success with tonight and all your future endeavours at the John Peel Theatre as well. That was Katie Jensen letting us know all about the events that they've got going on there. And that web address again, in case you missed it, is wigtontheatre.org. You'll find, like she says, all the information on there. And tonight, Mikey, Kenney in concert. So it sounds like more folk musicians will be winging their way to Wigton before too long. Coming up, I have music to come from Primal Scream and